I know there are no words that can express our sorrow and grief over the loss of those splendid young men and the injury to so many others. I know there are no words also that can ease the burden of grief for the families of those young men.
And the blast came and actually picked me up at a metal desk I was sitting at. I was in a chair similar to this and blown across the wall in midair. The whole desk, me, the chair, everything. It was horrible. You know, maimed, injured, and missing limbs. Just when there was no longer walking wounded, I went down there and started digging people out, which as many as I could. The worst part was hearing them scream for help and you couldn't get to them. Just couldn't get to them. And soon after, you know, there were no more screams for help.
Looking at some of these young Marines that, you know, I'm around every day, and I knew they were over there. I mean, it was chaos, really, in a way. For me, it was chaos. You know, I was looking at the news, and I'm listening to more bodies being pulled out, and the count kept going up. I had to turn it off. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to turn it off. And that's one of the things that bothered me for a long time, too, is just knowing that this happened, you know, in a place that I was at one time with Marines I knew and Marines that are over there now that I know.
I was supposed to be in the barracks, but they sent me to the Iwo Jima to work combat cargo on the 16th, exactly almost to the minute 1 week prior. So the guy who was sleeping in my cot in that building is no longer with us. We only had one survivor out of our room, and he was in the cot that was next to me. So on combat cargo, we got the alert for emergency medevac. We come to the flight deck and we can still see the cloud. We know where the building is. We can always see the building, and the building's not there, but there's a big cloud. And that's when we found out that it had been blown up.
Or that the news released that it was the barracks and it was the Marines. I was nervous, but I knew he would be okay. So they had given me the call from home that he didn't make it. So I was in shock. And then I was packing up because I wanted to go home, I wanted to go home, I wanted to go home. He loved his brothers in the Marines. He would have given his right arm and his whole life for them. I know that.
It's like you have a family member, you know, or a brother or sister, and you are on the other side of the country, and you're calling them every day, but you know they're over there, and if something happened to them, you feel as though if you were there, that wouldn't have happened. It's not that we wear these vests, you know, show that we're big bad Marines. Wear these vests and let everybody know what happened and never forget it.